You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, please. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. On
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Oakland Raiders. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Second and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Pulled in at the 24. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
93. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Carr to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Lorenzo Carter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check, 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 check.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
I'm coming.
They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Joe. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Down. 180. Right there. 56. Check. Right on one.
Pick that.
80 weapon.
Check.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Looking downfield for Joe. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
And the Giants first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his 1st interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check, check. Lucky. Watch the safety creep. 6-6. Bullet high. Watch safety. Safety's creeping.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
What now? Lady. 51. Get him. Watch the eye. White Monday. Tighten up.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
47 is the mic. Let's get it.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, 734. 6 right there, right? 618. Let's go, D. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now, 56, 180, 180, one good, 180, 694.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. From midfield, here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for New York. And look at this. It's a fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Right down. Blue 80. 6, right there. 56. Check right. OP. Check right. Raider 9.
Carr now on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Obviously, this has now been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Go Chief. Jim. Say.
Now a carry for Jacobs. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Down. 185. Check the out.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
check 3. Switch. Ready, 9. Show it up.
On first down, Jacobs. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, lie down.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Mike's 47. Oh, yeah. Deuce right, Chief. Here we go again.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Sliding out of the pocket to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Barkley.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Carr completes it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
We're going to keep getting set.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 2nd and 13. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in the East Bay. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. Maurice Hurst. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Carr going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Gary and Conley, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now, Mike, 56. 180. 56. Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. Tight go. Back. Raider 2. 61, matchbox lights.
Jacobs now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 23-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr. Shelling through the defense. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. On the run, it's Crowell. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 59 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme.
And the Raiders have got him.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Rosa's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts him back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They run it with Jacobs. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check, 47. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They come out here in the I. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Express. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47.
They'll run with Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Raiders, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.